मैं इस देश हित में सॉफ्टवेयर बेस्ड जो अध्ययन हो रहा है उसे मेरे लाइव क्लासरूम से इस देश के छात्रों के हित में मैं YouTube चैनल के मार्फत जोड़ना चाहता हूँ। इसमें आप लोगों का मार्गदर्शन चाहिए ताकि और हम बेहतर क्या कर सकें।
Construct a bridge rectifier and test the Construct a bridge rectifier and test the wave shapes without filter. Construct the bridge rectifier circuit using the circuit diagram. Diode 1N4007. The four diodes D1, D2, D3 and D4 is connected together makes a bridge rectifier. Load resistor 470 ohm. Connect the transformer phase terminal to the anode terminal of diode D1. Join the cathode terminals of diode D1 and D2. Now connect D2 anode terminal to the D3 cathode terminal. Then connect transformer neutral terminal to the D2 anode terminal. Now join the anode terminals of D3 and D4. Then connect the D4 cathode terminal to the D1 anode terminal. Join the diode D1 cathode terminal to one end of the resistor. Now connect the anode terminal of D3 to the other end of the resistor. To view the output waveform, connect the CRO positive and negative terminal from channel 2 across the resistor. To view the input waveform, connect the CRO channel 1 positive terminal to D4 cathode terminal and negative terminal to D3 cathode terminal. Switch on the power supply of transformer and CRO. You can see the AC input waveform and rectified output waveform. Calculate amplitude and time. Input waveform measurements. Amplitude Vs RMS is equal to 12 volt. Time is equal to 20 millisecond. Frequency is equal to 50 Hz. Output waveform measurements. Amplitude VDC is equal to 10 volt. Time is equal to 10 millisecond. Frequency is equal to 100 Hz. Output DC voltage calculated using formula. VDC is equal to 10.8. From the calculation, fill the values in table column. Measure of ripple and calculate ripple factors in bridge rectifiers with RC filter. Let us construct the bridge rectifier circuit with RC filter using the circuit diagram. Diode 1N4007. The four diodes D1, D2, D3 and D4 is connected together makes a bridge rectifier. Resistor 10 ohm. Load resistor 10 kilo ohm. Capacitor 10 microfarad. Assemble the components in the breadboard as per the circuit diagram. Connect the phase, that is terminal of transformer, to the anode terminal of diode D1. Connect the cathode terminal of diode D1 to the cathode terminal of diode D2. Now connect D2 anode terminal to D3 cathode terminal. Then connect the neutral terminal of transformer to the D2 anode terminal. Now join the anode terminals of D3 and D4. Then connect the D4 cathode terminal to D1 anode terminal. The anode terminal of diode D1 is connected to the positive terminal of voltmeter 1. Now connect the anode terminal of diode D2 to the negative terminal of voltmeter 1. Join the diode D1 cathode terminal to one end of the resistor 10 ohm. Connect the other end of the resistor 10 ohm to the positive terminal of capacitor. Now connect the same terminal of capacitor to the one end load resistance 10 kilo ohm. The same terminal of resistance is connected to the positive terminal voltmeter 2. Join the D3 anode terminal to the negative terminal of capacitor. Now join the same terminal of capacitor to the load resistance terminal and negative terminal of voltmeter 2. To view the output waveform, connect CRO positive terminal to load resistance terminal and negative terminal to other end of resistor. Switch on the power supply of the transformer and CRO. The output waveform of a bridge rectifier with filter is displayed in CRO. Input AC voltage commonly is 240 volt. Output DC voltage is 25 volt. VSP is the secondary voltage of transformer, which is the input voltage to the rectifier circuit. Now calculate the AC ripple Vrms is 12 volt. Calculate ripple factor using the formula. Ripple factor is equal to 0.48. Assemble a Hartley oscillator and test the waves. Find frequency with different capacitor values. Assemble the Hartley oscillator circuit referring to the circuit diagram. Connect positive terminal of power supply to one end of resistor R1 and one end of resistor R3. Other end of resistor is connected to the base pin of transistor. Now join the base pin of the transistor to one end of resistor R2. Now join the base pin of the transistor to one end of resistor R2 and one end of capacitor C1. Other end of resistor R3 is connected to collector pin of transistor, and the collector pin is connected to one end of capacitor C2. Emitter pin of transistor is connected to one end of resistor R4. Now connect the emitter pin with one end of capacitor C3. other end of resistor R2 is connected with other end of resistor R4 and other end of capacitor C3. Now connect other end of capacitor C2 to positive terminal of gang capacitor. Negative terminal of gang capacitor is connected with other end of capacitor C1. Now join the gang capacitor positive terminal with terminal 1 of oscillator coil. Join other end of capacitor C3 with the terminal 2 of oscillator coil. Join the negative terminal of a gang capacitor with terminal 3 of oscillator coil. Now connect CRO positive wire to terminal 4 of coil, negative wire terminal 5 of oscillator coil. Now switch on the supply and set 12 volt input. Switch on the CRO. Initially, when capacitor is at one extreme end, measure the amplitude and frequency of the signal displayed on CRO. Now rotate the gang capacitor knob to middle position. Measure the frequency of the signal using time value. Again, rotate the gang capacitor knob to another end. Measure the frequency of the signal using time value.